Hello everyone, it is Joe here from OmniPoke, the channel that brings you guys everything Pokemon. If you're looking for PTCG live codes, make sure you check out the Potown store. You can get a 5% discount on your orders using that code OmniPoke. Today we're going to be taking a look at Archaludon EX with a few new upgrades from the latest expansion, Destined Rivals. There's a new Team Rocket's Venture Bomb card, which doesn't sound that great on the surface. You flip a coin, if heads, you put 2 counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If tails, you put 2 counters on your active Pokemon. It's a coin flip card, but we can try and circumvent that outcome because we're playing 2 copies of Munkidori in our own deck list. So if we flip tails, we can then find a Darkness Energy attachment and still end up flinging that damage back onto the opponent. That really gives Archaludon a lot of help, actually. That 220 threshold from Metal Defender, sometimes just that little bit off. Pushing yourself into one-hit KOing, now the likes of Raging Bolt, which was previously a really bad matchup for you. Also giving your help into Golden Go at times, giving you a little bit of help into Iron Hands EX, which is showing up, of course, in the Miraidon deck, and of course then allowing you around the Resolute Heart of Pikachu as well. This one card actually fixes a lot of the issues of Archaludon, because essentially this card is just big dumb stats. So buffing those big dumb stats by this new item card, simply because we have space for it in the first place, is a really nice option. The other card that's new is the Team Rocket's Watchtower Stadium card. Archaludon has always lent into these Disruption Stadiums. Oftentimes you can see Jamming Tower coming into the deck, and you still can play Jamming Tower if you're expecting a lot of Gardevoir and a lot of Bravery Charm, but I'm going with the Maximum Belt to help our damage output anyway, and just saying that Adrenabrain Venture Bomb is already pushing that damage output, so we don't need the Jamming Tower so much against the big basics, and I'm also expecting so much Grimmsnarl that now Gardevoir might be a little bit more afraid in the format. Of course, Gardevoir is still a busted deck in the format, but also bear in mind that our own Munkidori and Venture Bomb still also chip in that matchup. So I don't think we necessarily need to play the Jamming Towers that we used to. Now we can play that Team Rocket's Watchtower and give ourselves a bit more help into, again, that Raging Bolt matchup by disrupting the opponents, now having Watchtower Iono at our disposal, and also having the Watchtower come up against the Flareon archetype, which is another one being touted for the NAIC to be a popular matchup. Sometimes you can just find that Watchtower early and disrupt the opponents. Yes, it's only 2 copies, but we can Squawk and Seize turn 1 to try and dig for it, to find it before even your opponent uses Fan Rotom, or ideally have it on that second turn before they Noctowl. And because we have Research, because we have that Squawk, we do see a decent number of cards to try and just push this early on and disrupt our opponents. Outside of that, we're just playing high counts of the good stuff. We're playing maximum ball search cards to get our basics and evolutions online, a high count of that earthen vessel to start pitching those metal energies so we can assemble them immediately into play for a turn 2 attack. We have 4 copies of Research, 3 Iono, 3 Boss, and the 2 Professor Turo scenario alongside the 3 Pokégear and the Pal Pad. So a nice thick supporter line to help us against Budju and just generally throughout the game to make sure we're maintaining our supporters that we would like. Pal Pad to reset them. Turo's such a great card in the format right now with so many 2-hit KO decks, with Dragapult and Grimmsnarl now coming into the mix. These are archetypes that love to set up damage across the board. We can wipe off a huge chunk of their damage with the Adrenabrain and with Turo scenario in combination. That can be mopping up essentially an entire turn of their math. So this has actually become a bit more of a mathy deck itself. It, of course, relies on Relicanth for the Raging Hammer plays as well. So you can get more creative with Adrenabrain, Venture Bomb, and Max Belt. You can actually find really weird situations where your opponent accidentally falls into the Raging Hammer just with 1 or 2 of these extra damage mods at your disposal. So it's a fairly simplistic deck in that you just have this one main attacking guy. It's called Archaludon. You try and build him every single turn of the game, try and swing with him, and then you just try and have the premium supporter as and when you can, really. That's the whole idea around the archetype. Not too crazy, but enabling Munkidori in any deck is just so insane that this gains a whole new power level, and the Venture Bomb plus the Watchtower both cover what was previously some of the dodgier matchups for Archaludon. So let's get into some games with this archetype and see how it functions. So we have the option to go first, and I do think this is a decent go first deck, honestly. We have a good amount of outs just to get an early attachment and threaten a turn 2 attack. And not much really in this hand, unfortunately. No supporter, no ball search for Squawk. So that is a shame. But we have a good amount of outs to see something here. We see an Impidimp on the other side. And the Stretcher is a horrible draw. I don't mind Attach Pass. Not much else to do. But now our outs diminish significantly because they can try and go for a turn 1 Budju. And that's going to be pretty bad for us. Snorunt Impudimp so far from them. Arton something. That's good for us. There is the Budgie though. Rescue board, so no surprises. Now we can't draw into any Ultra Balls, Vessels, Nest Balls, Gears, any of those. Nothing coming though, so let's just make another duh and pass. Not great, honestly. It's nice to put the pressure on an archetype like this. It's actually really important to evolve up into an Archaludon so that when they are shadow bulleting, it's into our Raging Hammer. We can do some shenanigans with belt bomb combos. They arson out a monkey for free, then they grab Grimmsnarl, so they're getting aggressive already here. Honestly, it might be good for me, because the pollen is annoying right now. Big research from them. Munkidori #1 is established. And looks like they're just going to take out Duraludon. Okay. Well, flip the scripts open at least. That's the good news. Metal Energy's not a bad draw either. Need to find some Ultra Ball or some supporters. Oh dear. Oh no. Let's grab a Duraludon back. I suppose I'm bossing Snorunt. I can KO it. And it puts metal in my discard pile, so... I think it's what we're going to do. The old take prize cards draw engine. Nest Ball's still not great, but it's something. Opponent's going to Morgrim, they're going to Poffin out a Snorunt again. Spike Muff Grim to hand. Reasonable, reasonable. Another bullet. Setting up Fezandipiti makes sense. At least I get another 3 cards here from the script. Finally some good cards. Still no supporter, but I can get some energy flowing at least. Let's evolve into an Arch. We can make a pretty cool play here. We can go Monkey, Dark, heal off KO Budgie, Relicanth boss the Snorunt, and go to 3. It's admittedly a pretty cool play. It's what we got to work with. Going to 3 is pretty decent against Grimmsnarl. They're always going to have bench critters. And Pal Pad's rooting around the deck somewhere. They're going to see second Grimmsnarl, so they're punking up again. Rodding back some Snorunt. We see an Arven. Secret Box Evo. So they're grabbing a supporter for next turn. They can also Defiance, but that's dangerous with Relicanth around. What else could they be grabbing? They just discarded an Iono. That's interesting. Counter Catcher is a way for them to still gust this turn via the Arven. Artisan can grab Snorunt back if they really want it, or another Monkey. Yeah, another Monkey's good. Counter Catch deal with my Monkey. Makes sense. And they still target Fezandipiti. So they're getting around the Raging Hammer. I don't mind thinning another Duraludon here. I could take a Monkey out as well, actually. Monkey and are those the only Pokemon coming onto my board ever? Yeah, I don't think Bundle does anything here. We'll thin before our 3 cards from Fez. Yeah, Turo is pretty good here. Just Turo up Fezandipiti, attack. Doesn't give him many great options. Definitely want a Watchtower just to take it out of the hand. More damage is more. If I max belt, we go to 27, but then they're going to heal down to 21 anyway. 22, heal 6. The only reason I would want to max belt is because they're going to retreat into this one, right? And I don't have much access to gusting for a while. I don't want him coming out of range anytime soon. So I think we're playing like this. Maybe it was worth holding the Nest Ball then for Bundle, knowing that next turn I'm going to want Bundle for 1 or 2 on this. So you have to assume they're going to retreat here. Yeah, maybe pulling out this extra Duraludon wasn't great. Let's see though. They're going to Adrenabrain 1 to Relicanth. 2 to Relicanth. Can they get a 3rd Monkey down? That would be terrifying. Boss's orders on my Monkey again. They're just going to gobble that up. Yep, gobbling that up and putting damage on Relicanth. Okay. So they won't have any Munkidori damage next turn. They only have 180 plus 30, but they're trying to set up boss for game. And so are we, really. I can stretch... but both my Dark are here. The bombs aren't doing anything. They're actually actively hurting me. I can Fezandipiti to try and dig for Gear or Iono. I haven't played any yet of either of them. Let's take a look in the deck here. 2 Iono, 3 Pad to dig towards. The Bullet won't have any buff of damage outside of a Defiance Band boss. Or Counter Catcher band. That would come from 1 Arven. But they've tooled up this one, so they can't make that play anyway, so I can definitely Fez. and see 3 cards, hoping for Iono here. No dice, but does Turo help me? Turo to pick this up, then just punch. He can boss, but it doesn't do a lot. Yeah, I guess Turo's just good here. Putting it back down sounds a little sus. Don't mind energy somewhere here, just to play it out of hand. And we'll just defend again. They can only get to 18. So the Relicanth isn't handy at all. We'll take our prizes. The only thing is we're not, like, holding game right now. We need a Bull Search card for bundle for game. Well, Nest Ball off the prizes, so they do have to hand disrupt us here. They only have Shadow Bullet for 180 and 30. Let's see. Nest Ball for a 3rd monkey, but they're not doing much now. Yeah, just the bullet, and that's game for us. We had a bizarre early game with the hammer-ins, but there we go. Nest Ball for bundle. Very good. Nice win against Grimmsnarl. Bit of a weird back and forth one there. They can do some really creative monkey math, and obviously we don't see the full value of bombs in that instance because they're often denying the damage that we would otherwise set up because the damage isn't sticking. So yeah, a bit of a strange matchup there, but that's how it can go sometimes. But just by virtue of Turo having 2 of those and Pal Pad can really ruin their setup math. Alright, looks like the opponent has won this flip and gets to choose. And they're going to be starting off. You can see this deck going second when it has those +7 outs to draw supporters. And there they are. Great news. Okay, decent opener for us. What the? What's he cooking? Well, let's find out, shall we? Honestly, Torment's quite annoying for us. I guess I can announce via Relicanth Raging Hammer into him. A Mewtwo? Mewtwo can't hit 300. But I can't hit 28 either. Sounds like a stalemate to me. Alright. Don't want to commit the A-Spec too early, obviously, before I evolve. That sounds silly. 2 metal prize. Got to be a bit aware of that. Looks like it's a decent Iono. Vessel? No, Vessels. That is a tough hand, actually. Tough enough to Squawk? Honestly, maybe. Because if I hold just Research, I have to then draw like Vessel, Ultra Ball, and Energy just to do anything. Maybe it is a Squawk angle. Yeah. Let's seize the day and seize the opportunity to throw some bombs into the mix. Double Tails, so Dark Energy is not the worst draw now, I guess. Obviously, I'm not going to Watchtower first. Don't be silly. Can Watchtower now, though. Just 1 metal. Suppose I will throw it onto the... active and swing with Hammer in because I can do Monkey Math later. I'll hold the stadium just to bounce Factory, right? And get the prod. Not ideal though. Vessel is definitely an important card in the deck for sure. Let's see what they can come up with their fresh 6. No energy in the bin just yet for Spidops, but they can draw some cards of Ariana. More Spidops. Pretty good turn for them already. But no energy for turn. Okay. That does bode well for me. The triple tails. You hate to see it. Do I want to thin any supporters here? Don't think so. Do I want to put the Fez down? Again, not particularly. I feel like I need to have an annoying prize map for him this game. So probably just rip the research here. It's a shame we lose our stadiums before they use a single... factory, but there we go. Can just take the prize. I can do it with Monkey and Hammer in. Probably better. Just means that next turn... but that's not great, Rex. Then I still only have... Yeah, I could still have 2 in the discard if they just KO the active. Yeah, that's fine. So, we'll do this. Yeah, I think taking 1 is fine. They want to attack with Spidops pretty often. The only downside is it does get wrecked by the Archer, actually. Evolve and pass. It's such a weird play. But Archer does wreck me here. Maybe just pass like this, honestly. Yeah, I think I pass. I'm not ready for Archer. And Ariana's pretty terrible for them if they don't have any energy in hand anyway. Okay, well there's Grass. Yeah, they can Giovanni the Squawk. Yeah, it seems decent. Doesn't mean I keep my damage around though, which is cool. With my 1 metal in the bin, I can now assemble, attach. Boss looks okay. I could, like, deal with Murkrow, take out a Spidops. I could just like once again punch in if Gear gets me Iono, but I have to really think about this because if I want to boss, I should not play the Gear because I want to keep my outs against an Archer. That's always happening. And then it's whether I just go Spidops Monkey Heal and get Archered. I get hit. I can hit the Mewtwo back. And don't have much beyond that. I could just Adrenaline Brain and set more damage up at this point. I could just Adrenaline Brain the active and punch with Defender. Yeah, this is still probably the best. Do I want to Gear for Iono then? Yeah. Nice. Yeah, looking pretty good here. I have to be aware that they can Bravery Charm this Murkrow at some point, though. Oh, now I actually have the option to KO the Mewtwo straight away. I feel like that has to be good, honestly. Threatening double Monkey as well sounds really good. I think just deal with Mewtwo's correct now, even if I'm getting tossed down to a low hand size, because what's the best they can do? They can like Rocket Rush me or something, and then I can just move that damage off. Yeah, this is a big A-spec hit. Damn! Not bad. I was a bit indecisive that turn, but... it does open up their receivers to do Archer now, which I feel like they want to weave in, but... we still play quite well off the board itself anyway, just from Adrenabrain Defender. Oh, they just have to Proton. They don't have receiver in hand. That's so bad for them. I think they're in big trouble now. Big trouble. 150 is not great when I can heal some off. Probably is a rip research angle and just keep drawing cards. Going down a couple Night Stretcher, going down a lot of supporters, but it's probably just fine, honestly. Take Bundle out and just bin it for... oh, only one Night Stretcher in the deck. I don't love it too much, but I don't think Bundle's going to be that integral. Yeah, I feel like it can just go here. This is such a good Ultra Ball, my goodness. Okay. I'm just going to take the Mimikyu because it's a pivot. Yeah, and they're just done. Okay, the Rockets deck didn't draw great, and we had that really good turn with Monkey plus Max Belt. That was a big turn. I'm still confidently clicking yes to going first. I don't know how correct that is, honestly, but I do like just the potential for a turn 2 Defender. It still feels so strong in my eyes. We have a Squawkabilly EX this time. It looks like we're going to have to use it, based on this opener. Jacques and Luxcape and Candy. Dragapult with... probably straight Dragapult if it fits Cape. But straight Dragapult doesn't often play the Candy. Maybe it's Dragadusk that plays Luxcape and has the space for everything somehow. It's bold. Certainly bold. Okay, let's get our mulligan. Another metal is great to see. And it is indeed a Dragapult. Nest Ball is great as well. We take those. We prized 2 of our Duras. Okay, that's not ideal. Let's take a look at some of our other stuff with the second search. We do have both monkeys. Oh, we only have 1 more arch as well. Ugh. A lot of our arch line in the prizes. 2 metal as well. So it's arch metal plus card. Wow. Okay. Not great. Let's swing this on. Season Squawk. And that's a pretty poor hand to see when we know that Night Stretchers are going to need to go towards these numbskulls. Only debate is like venture bombing now to play them before Budju. But like it's like use them or lose them sort of thing. And I can use this math later. Potentially. Even if it's on my Squawk. I think use them rather than lose them is fine. They could also be using them with their own monkey, but we'll run the risk. We'll say, hey, you monkey me, I monkey you. Alright, they lead out with a Poffin. So we do see immediately Dreepy Budju. Rescue board. Into the Iono. I welcome that, because a couple Dark Energies staying in the mix is pretty good. Archaludon's a good draw. I guess I just have to rip Iono. Yeah, it is a Dusknoir build. Squawkabilly's going to take an extra counter, which is good for us in the grand scheme of things, just not right now. Let's retreat and evolve. And decide whether I want to just hammer in here or not, or just go for the Iono to 6, say that I'm going to hit Metal Energy and it's all going to be fine. Or Relicanth. Or I suppose Darkness Energy. Oh no, they're still at the bottom, right? I haven't shuffled my deck. Yeah. Okay. It is plussing them on cards, which is a bit sus, but... a lot of items, but we do hit the Relicanth. So now I don't really fear Unfair Stamp either. Because my hand is just all items anyway. I think I'll bench both of these and just... do the hammer in. Take the 1, pressurize. Like I said, I'm not afraid of stamp. Metal? No. Arch piece. Okay. Never lucky. Let's see what they can get up to. We know they do play Candy, so it's possible I could be Phantom Dived here. But they immediately evolve into Cloak, which is good for me. So, no ton of pressure. There's a Dusklops. All the stage 1s coming out. Triple Cloak, so getting all the stage 1s here. Very good start for the pole player. No fear with the Dracloak. Fezandipiti coming down as well, that's also good for me. Artisan for Budju. And just pray. No, another Duskull. Interesting. They're going to feed me Duskull. Countercatcher coming in to try and slow me down. Makes sense. Arven as well. Now they can stamp us. It's a shame, because the Vessel Ultra Ball was very good for what I needed. Turo is also pretty good, but doesn't get me everything I want. Ah, they leave the Cloak active. Interesting. Well, Stretcher Turo would be pretty good. Play the gear. Boss is not so hot, but I guess I just have to play Turo, pick up Squawk here, and tickle for 30. Frees up a bench space for me to get another Dur out as well. So they don't just go Candy, Dusknoir, take out this, Evolve Dusknoir, take out this with a Phantom Dive, and I have nothing left. Not great though.
Let's see what they can sculpt now. They have a lot of cards still with recons. They're looking for Dusknoir, they're looking for Candy, they're looking for EX. This could be a crazy turn. Well, there's Dragapult. They're just going to hold off on the ghosts. Scouting can get one of them. Yeah, it will be a Dusknoir. They are blasting off so they can KO the active. Caping up Duskull is really weird. That's a really weird choice, especially because they knew I took Boss to hand. Huh. What a strange choice. I guess they just think I'm operating with nothing, but the prize actually has saved us here. Let's go down to 2 and remove this ghost. I'll put another monkey out for free while I'm at it. And let's go down to 2. They can take out the Relicanth and punch an Iono. It's definitely scary because we're kind of living on a prayer. I would need a few pieces if I'm going to KO this Dragapult. There's the Iono straight away. Those are not good pieces, that's for sure. But I can just punch the Pulse and Adrenabrain. If I draw Boss... Oh no, I'm 10 damage off winning with Boss. Oh no, I would win with Boss just... Oh no, no, I'm losing Relicanth. Yeah. The next Cloak is ready to rumble. Don't know why they evolved that. They lose if one Dragapult is KO'd anyway. They're going to take out Relicanth and just spread the ones. Okay. Nest Ball is Fezandipiti. I can lose the game if Fez whiffs though, because they have 5 counters here. They could Munkidori, but all I've seen is basic energy so far. I haven't seen Luminous yet. So I guess we take that risk. That they're just a pure Dusknoir build. And we draw the 3. Let's flip the Venture Bomb. It means I can win with gear for boss if I just attach to monkey. No boss. Let's just rip the research. Okay, no energy in the bin, so let's do that. Put away metal plus bundle, just to grab Squawk to hand for more thinning. I think I'm taking the cloak out of play. Just so that they don't have monkey math. Oh no, they will, because I'm punching into the active, of course. That does let me thin again with Ultra Ball, at least. More stuff we just don't need at this point. Hold Night Stretcher in case they try any trapping shenanigans. I guess Trap Budu is possible, so I could Night Stretcher now just to put Arch to hand. Then we swing for 22. And we lose to Munkidori Luminous, but we haven't seen any Luminous yet, plus the boss on the Fez. They probably just have to Iono here. Counter catch Fez. Defiance. Blood Moon. Well, clearly not if they've retreated already. I would have lost the Blood Moon as well, yeah. Just the Iono though. What a great one card. Now I just need one more card. They can recon and top up with Flip. Jamming Tower's fine. Is Turo our only way to win now? I think so. I think so. Show me the Turo. Hate to see it. They still can only take 2 off the fair. Oh, yeah, they can just gust for win, right? Not if I double heal the Fez. If I double heal the Fez, they can't gust the Fez back and win. So we can Vessel for Dark. And double Monkey the Fez. And pass like this. And by 10 hit points, we're hanging on here. We we would lose to Gust Horlucha. Turoing up the Fez is good, but I can still win with Boss here, can I? Because of the jamming tower. Alright, one more top deck. We have one gear, one boss left. It's too easy. Night Stretcher is also game for us. Night Stretcher Relicanth. I have one Night Stretcher, so 3 outs. It's a classic 3-outer. Could also draw Research or Iono and punt for exactly Night Stretcher game. They need to take that too anytime soon. Alright, show me the Night Stretcher. Research is a good one. Show me Night Stretcher. Never lucky, bro. 27. Ah, we're there. 22, 27. Yep. With the stadium. Insane. So undeserved. Rah. Bonk. What a silly game. What a silly game. You're definitely much worse into the Dusknoir build, that's for certain. But hey ho, we take those, I think. Okay, let's get our final game in. Our opponent is deciding who's first. Any minute now. And we're going to go first. Why not? The deck's happy going first and second, honestly. That's one of the nice benefits of it. It's a simple, honest deck with maximum ball search outs to play the game, maximum counts of its basic, and then lots of supporters as well. Alright, we have a couple ball search cards. This is a pretty solid opener, honestly. Let's go Nest Ball. We see Monkey, doesn't really narrow much down. At this point, it could be all 3 of the stage 2s. Could be Mirror even. It could be all sorts. Second Dur can come down. I feel like Attach Pass is just fine here. Do I want to Ultra Ball pre-potential Budu is the only question. I'm already fairly prepped for Budu just with Hammer in already. The Ultra Ball would basically just be for Monkey, I think. I think I can pass. Also, an Iono wouldn't be the worst thing, so keeping a 5-card hand rather than a 2-card hand is good. It is an arm in turn 1, though. Let's see what we're up against. Poffin board. Poffin for the chaps. It's going to be another Grimmy. Okay. Grimmsnarl. No Budu, though. Just Evo, okay. Reasonable, reasonable. Let's see what you're up to. And the monkeys are starting to take some damage. Sets them up nicely. Nice. Metal's a really good draw. Now I can evolve up and then research into any energy and be content with that. And then I'll decide on this Fez. I probably don't put it down when there's Freezing Shroud out. Probably just got to ship it. We do hit Vessel, which is nice. I want to keep Ultra Ball around for more assembles and for monkeys of my own. So it's probably another stretcher that has to go. I can get rid of Arch here as well. Yeah, get rid of Arch, it's fine. Do this, attach and just defend. We don't really have to fear a stamp, it's typically a box in the Grimmsnarl deck. So we will take our one. Gear, not too shabby. And the Shroud is ticking over. Straight away, fresh 5 for us. Turo Ultra Ball, not a bad combo if I'm just going to get hit with a Grimmsnarl here. Can't catch Duh. Have they just whiffed? No, they do have Grimmsnarl, so they're going to take the one. They're trying to play around the Relicanth here. It also does play around Turo. Alright, the Shadow Bullets. Iono is a good top deck. Let's get another Dura down. The monkey's okay here, but I feel like... sorry, I'm just thinking like Metal Energy to the bench is probably better than... Actually, Ultra Ball away Venture Bomb is good here. Yeah, let's just do this. Get a monkey down. Honestly, another Dura is good as well. Let's just have many of these out, I think. But I do want the option to draw Darkness Energy and be happy. Let's see a fresh 5. No darkness. Not worth pushing for it with Fez. So I think I am just swinging a metal to Durr. And punching here. Could Night Stretcher another Durr. But I'm already down 1. Because they definitely want to try and do another Gust play. Gust set up this Arch just for KO easily. They get another Impidimp down. They go for that. Yeah, Night Stretcher's fine. I can always Ultra Ball away my top deck. Okay, let's just swing for the 22. Take one ourselves and one on our monkey. They take a couple as well. They can have a couple brains online here. So if they can get another Munkidori, they're at 3, 6, 7 plus the 18. So they go to 25. So they can KO us with the second monkey found here. They're using Secret Box, but they have already played a Spikemuth down. I guess they do need to get an Impidimp down as well this turn, so that does make sense, but I mostly fear second monkey attachment here. What supporter would they like to use? Kind of depends on what's left in their one-card hand now. Let's see. Grimmsnarl's such like a math-focused deck. It's so ingrained. Okay, so they're going to Ultra Ball for Monkey, then Rip Research, and Spike without an Impidimp. That makes sense. Looking to find Darkness Energy, because then they can get... Ah, so Night Stretcher can help as well. Yep. That's nice. Let's see the fresh 7. I feel like they should have Spike Muffed an Imp first, but maybe they want 2 down. I don't see why they would, but... And then they draw into 1. And a Poffin. Still yet to Spike Muff. Here we go. We can grab a free Morgrim. Yeah. And double Monkey Heal will KO this Archaludon. But we can Ultra Ball back Archaludon ourselves and Iono them down to 3. Whether in the spot they need to Candy Grim. If I can find Stadium Bounce, that would be good from my Iono. They're playing it quite aggressively right now. It's Freezing Shroud. Darkness Energy is such a frustrating draw. I can't reliably make any other line though. I have to play the Ultra Ball here. Let's assemble the boys. And throw away their big hand. Well, we do hit the Darkness Energy anyway, which is nice. We're going to pop it on the Frostlass. So that they're at a point where the Shroud is hurting the monkey as well, and he needs to heal this monkey at least once. If I'd put it on the Imps, he could have just evolved out to 100 hit points and it wouldn't have mattered. I could stretch out another Arch here and just evolve. I might want Fezandipiti down though. Fez down because they could Iono me back to 3. No, I think I'm just punching. Maybe Monkey down was good here. But I want to keep the Night Stretcher open to be possibly Dark Energy next turn as well. Couple metal from the prizes. Here comes the Shroud. We see Spike Muff. Is it a Grim or a Morgrim? Just a Morgrim. No candies played just yet. Adrenabrain coming in. Yeah, as expected, healing off the monkey. And now do they heal off the frost? Goes to 4-5 anyway if that stays around. Oh. Please no. Please have mercy. Second Adrenabrain. feel like taking it off Frostlass is reasonable now, but the math does still work out for me to double Monkey KO this one, because it will go to 4, then to 5 with the next tick of Freezing Shroud, so I can go Brain, down to 10 left, and then the Shroud will KO it. So they should actually promote this. If they're playing around my double monkey now. But they may not be. Not an easy choice. They could just go this imp. Or to monkey. Yeah. Okay. So there's the tick of Freezing Shroud. Let's quickly do that because they're doing some weird timer shenanigans somehow. Let's grab our Darkness. We're gonna reverse Uno the Munkidori. And I think just take out both monkeys, honestly. And just say that I'm not afraid of too much disruption. Sorry, not afraid of Grimmsnarl if they make it now. Or just make them have candy on the spot. Yeah, make them have candy is still good here. Alright, just make them have candy. It's monkeys on monkeys here. That is a very good prize for me. They have to hand disrupt. Candy and Grim is probably very bad for them here. Like, even if they can get it, it's still not ideal for them. They really need to find next Dark Energy for this monkey to cause me much headache at all. No, just a concession. Another win into Grim. Not too shabby. Right, there we go. Archaludon. It's not much, but it's honest work, I think. That's the best way to describe this deck. Let me know what you guys thought, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video. Cheers.